You can't change your future if you're still living in your past. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Hello, and welcome. Let's get right into something you may not hear every day. We've all been told that the mind is incredibly powerful, right? But what if I told you there's a deeper level to this, something more than just thinking positively or focusing on the right intentions? What if I told you there are layers of understanding that are often hidden, even by those who have made a name teaching about the mind's potential? You see, the truth is, there's a lot more to this process of transforming your life through your thoughts than many want you to believe. We're told that we can simply change our reality by changing our thoughts, and while that's certainly part of it, there's something that many people, even some of the most renowned experts in the field, might not want you to know. It goes deeper than just positive thinking. Let's start with the core of it all. Your brain is not just a passive receiver. It's actively shaping the reality you experience. And the way it does that is far more complex than many of us realize. Every thought, every belief, every emotional reaction you have is not just something that passes by. It actually alters your physical brain, changing the neural pathways that form the foundation of your perception. These changes are so powerful that they can shape not only how you see the world but also how you experience it. But here's the catch: most of us are completely unaware of the full extent of this power. The big secret that many don't want you to know is this: the brain operates on patterns, and these patterns are formed over time. In fact, they become so ingrained that they seem like a natural part of who you are. But here's where it gets interesting: those patterns are not necessarily true or helpful. They are just the result of repetitive thoughts and experiences. So, when you have a thought, and then you feel an emotion related to it, that emotional reaction reinforces the neural connection, making it even stronger. Over time, this forms a belief system, and this belief system controls how you experience the world. It's like a self-perpetuating loop. Now, let me ask you something. If your brain is essentially operating on autopilot, shaped by these unconscious patterns, can you truly say you're in control of your life? The truth is, many of us are not living our lives based on conscious choices. We're reacting based on deep-seated habits and beliefs, many of which were formed long ago and no longer serve us. In fact, they may even be holding us back. This is why true transformation requires more than just positive thinking. It requires a fundamental shift in how you relate to your thoughts, your emotions, and the very structure of your brain. And that's what many people don't want you to know: it's not about trying harder or simply focusing on what you want. It's about creating new patterns, new pathways in your brain that reflect the person you want to become, not the person you've been. But how do you do that? The answer is not as complicated as it may seem. It starts with awareness. The first step is to become aware of your thoughts and emotions. We are often so caught up in the whirlwind of our daily lives that we don't take a moment to stop and observe what's going on in our minds. The key to breaking free from old patterns is to notice when those old, limiting thoughts arise. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Once you've become aware of these thoughts, the next step is to interrupt the pattern. This is where the real magic happens. Every time a thought arises that doesn't serve you, you have the power to change it. It might feel a little strange at first, like you're pushing against the grain, but with practice, this becomes easier. You start to form new pathways in your brain, new beliefs, and new ways of seeing the world. And here's the most powerful part: as you change these internal patterns, your external reality begins to shift as well. This is the principle behind the idea of reprogramming your subconscious mind. You see, the subconscious is what's running the show. It's the one that drives your automatic behaviors, your responses to stress, and your habits. But by consciously changing your thoughts and beliefs, you can reprogram the subconscious, shifting your reality in the process. However, many people stop here, thinking that just positive thoughts alone are enough. But if we're being honest, this approach is only scratching the surface. What's often overlooked is the body's role in this process. Your emotions are not just mental states, they're deeply connected to your body. Your brain sends signals to your body, and your body, in turn, sends feedback to your brain. This feedback loop is crucial because if your body is not in alignment with your mind, real transformation cannot take place. Think about it. If you constantly have negative thoughts but don't feel any shift in your body, you may not truly be changing your internal state. The body has to feel the shift. It has to let go of old patterns of stress and tension, which are often stored in the body over years. Only when your body and mind are aligned can real transformation take place. This is why so many people fail to make lasting changes. They focus only on the mental aspect, without considering the body's role in the process. It's not just about thinking differently, it's about creating a state of being where your body feels the change as well. And this is where the power of meditation and deep relaxation comes in. When you meditate, you're essentially training your mind and body to get into a new state of being, one that is free from the old patterns of stress, fear, and negativity. Now, let's talk about the role of emotions in this process. Emotions are a key part of reprogramming the mind because they act as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious. Your emotions are powerful indicators of what's going on beneath the surface. When you feel fear, anger, or sadness, these emotions are telling you that something in your subconscious is out of alignment with your conscious desires. But the interesting thing is, these emotions are also incredibly powerful tools for change. The trick is to learn how to work with your emotions, not against them. Instead of resisting negative emotions, try to understand them. What are they trying to teach you? What beliefs or patterns are they pointing to? By becoming aware of the emotional triggers that arise, you can begin to reprogram your mind and body, shifting your emotional state and, in turn, changing the way you experience reality. But there's one more aspect to this that most people aren't talking about: the power of intention. You see, when you set an intention, you're not just focusing on a goal. You're sending a signal to the universe that you are ready for change. This intention acts like a compass, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward your desired outcome. And the key to setting a powerful intention is to do so with the full belief that it is already happening. You must feel, with every fiber of your being, that what you desire is already on its way. This is where the real magic happens, when your inner world aligns with your outer world. But here's the truth: you have to be willing to let go of your old self in order to step into this new version of you. If you're holding on to past stories, past failures, or old beliefs, you'll never be able to make that shift. The most important part of transformation is the willingness to let go of who you were in order to become who you are meant to be. So, now that we've talked about these deeper layers, you may be wondering, what's the takeaway from all this? It's simple. The power to change your life is already within you, but it requires more than just thinking differently. It requires a deep, internal shift that involves your mind, your emotions, and your body working together as one. When you make this shift, when you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you unlock the true potential of who you are. But remember, this process is not easy. It takes time, patience, and consistency. And it requires you to be honest with yourself about the beliefs and patterns that are holding you back. But if you are willing to do the work, if you are willing to step into the unknown and break free from your old habits, you will begin to see the changes you've been longing for. In the end, the real secret to transformation is not about trying harder. It's about learning to work with the natural processes of your mind and body, creating a new reality from the inside out. So, if you're ready to take control of your life, to truly reprogram your mind and unlock your full potential, start with awareness. Become aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and the patterns that are shaping your reality. Then, take action to shift those patterns. The power is in your hands, all you have to do is tap into it. If you found this message helpful, I'd love for you to show your support by liking this video. By hitting the like button, you're helping spread the word and inspire others who are looking to make positive changes in their lives. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more insightful content like this.